Hello, welcome to Celestial Waters. My name is Demi. So we're going to hop right into it. This is going to be a Spirit Baby collective reading. And I just want to show you because I kept hearing ninky nonk, ninky nonk. This is what it is. It's from a program on Cbeebies in the UK. It's called The Night Garden. So it's usually on around the time actually that I'm recording this video, so it's usually on right before the Cbeebies, the channel closes down for the evening at 7, so it's kind of to like help you wind down your toddlers. But my little cousin, she puts it on for her toddler who's around 1.5, so this is why I know what it is. I don't watch Cbeebies. I don't have children. So like me, you guys could have a lot of kids within your family, or you already have children, which is where you'll be aware of Cbeebies. And maybe you put it on for the little ones that you have now that is coming through. Or you could also be an auntie or an uncle. So we're going to start with poems for the collective. What do they most need to hear right now? Wants me to show you again. So this is Daisy Doo, and this is the Ninky Nonk. It's like a house or like some sort of vehicle. But it's a program that's called The Night Garden, so that might have significance to you guys. But I kept seeing it in my mind's eye, and I kept hearing ninky nonk, ninky nonk. So we're going to get into... Or you guys could work with like children, or you could work with a children's channel on TV. Maybe that is what you do. I'm hearing presenter, so maybe you do that. The first poem we have here is, I'm so proud of you, never leaving yourself on the shelf. Banishing those pesky demons, an alchemy wielder, the sword in the stone belongs to your bones. Magician blood, blueprint created in love. I've got you and you've got me. Before my soul was your auntie. In this lifetime that wasn't close enough, I wanted to experience your motherly touch. I'll be your physical clone. We'll have the exact same nose. Some of you guys could be older. I'm getting like later 30s to 40s. You could be older. And now deciding that you're ready for a child, and that's okay, because obviously people are all on their own timeline. So some people are ready to have kids at a very, very young age, and other people will be horrified at having a child in like their early 20s. Other people wait until they're older and they know for certain they are ready, because I know some people say you can never really be ready for a child, but there are people out there who believe that you can, and that's their truth. That's what's coming through here with this poem here. But you guys will be an alchemist in terms of you know what you want and you go after it. You take that action. When you get that tunnel vision, you go after something. You don't stop until you have it. That's what I'm getting. Someone who kind of gets what they want in the end. Even if it takes you a long time. Even if you have to play the long game. Because I'm being shown a turtle. So you could feel very connected to the turtle spirit animal. And now I'm being shown that reel where the news reporter is like interviewing that little boy. And he goes, I like turtles. I'm being shown that. So again, like presenting and being on TV. That's coming through is significant. What else, spirit? Maybe you work for Cbeebies. I don't know. We have here a higher frequency. That's the kind of parents I need. Always striving to do better than who they were yesterday. I need you walking your talk so I have an example to applaud. One day I will lead the way for souls who are a little lost. I'll be born with a special map, making sure they don't fall for any traps. The earth realm can be chaotic, but I sure do know my way around, and people will respect me over many towns. I'm being shown that woman who has a program for children, and she's normally dressed in like dungarees. I think she's called Rachel. That's coming through, so maybe the name Rachel is significant to you guys. But again, you can work in that kind of profession, and maybe if you're not on TV, maybe you're on YouTube or some kind of app, and some of you guys could read to children. Like you could have a channel like on YouTube, for example, where you read books and you read to children. That's coming through is significant. You could write children's books as well. But you've moved on up into a higher frequency, as this poem says, but you've been doing so much healing work in terms of unpacking what your parents and what your grandparents and your great-great-grandparents spirit are saying. There was a lot that was passed down to you that you weren't afraid to unpack. I'm not getting like a resentment or an anger that you had to do this work. You went full throttle. You just like threw yourself into it. You threw yourself into this pile of clothes in these suitcases. You were like, right, someone's got to do it. It's going to be me. Like you opened your arms willingly to do this work. That's what's coming through to you. I'm lonely when I'm tuning into people who've had to do like a lot of generational curse breaking. Sometimes in the past, even if they've overcome that, there could have been anger there and a bitterness there and like, why have I got to be the one who's got to be God's strongest warrior? But I'm not getting that coming from you. And maybe you just completely work through that's no longer like a part of your reality. That energy completely left. We have here lions everywhere, wild eyes with a warm glare, and a crazy mane of hair. My spirit will be mellow, but there's a fire in my heart. Powerful one, very connected to the sun. I'm likely to be born in July or August. Summer baby, don't you try and tame me. Some of you guys could be getting ready to give birth like around this time, because we're in summer when I'm recording this, but it doesn't have to be. July or August could be significant for conception or for birth for this child to be coming through. Or they just have the energy of summer. They have the energy of, they have like fiery, warm energy within their personality and who they are. Did you want another poem? No. So we're going to move on. Which deck do you want next? This one here. So what else does the collective need to hear when it comes to this spirit baby reading? Thank you. We have Our Lady of Divine Direction. I love this. Looks like you know those toys, I forget what they called. It's like the Russian dolls, but you know, you open it starts big and you open it and there's a smaller one, you open the smaller one again and again and again and again until you get this tiny little doll. That's what's coming through here. And I'm hearing toy maker. So maybe some of you guys when you were younger, you could have had dreams of being a toy maker, and I'm being shown like the doll's house, the wooden doll's house, and like carpentry and like wooden toys and wooden dolls, like Pinocchio. That's all coming through. So you guys could do this again. You could work with children, or you work in a profession that's to do with children, so maybe you make toys as well. Or you could be in the film industry. And there's an egg over here. So when I see egg in a spirit baby reading, obviously that's connected to ovaries, but it's connected to fertility, and it's a powerful omen coming through that this spirit baby will be born into the physical. And there's also fish here, and I'm connecting the fish with the sperm. So you guys, some of you could already well be pregnant and in like your third trimester, but others of you will be getting pregnant and it will go full term. You don't need to worry about that. Spirit is saying you don't need to worry about that. It will go full term. So maybe in the past you've experienced a miscarriage, a loss. What else, Spirit? Do the collective need to hear this one? This one is Our Lady of the Resurrection. You are being resurrected because you claimed yourself and you pulled yourself up. You're very, very wise. Very, very wise. Some of you could have a very youthful appearance. Like you don't look like your age. You don't look like what you've gone through. You don't look like the work you've done. Again, they're showing me the suitcases and you going through it all. You don't look like the work you have done. You don't look like what was placed on your back that was just thrown to you, like passed down to you. It was thrown to you. Someone could have an owl. If you don't have an owl, you could have recently gone somewhere. It's given like a hike, like a woodland area or a hike where a lot of tourists go, and someone could have been there with an owl, because I'm being shown an owl, but it's kind of like on a lead, like it's attached to the person that's responsible for it and they've got it on their arm. You could have gone up to it. That's coming through for someone. Or maybe you went to a zoo, but I was being shown more like a woodland area and like a tourist trail, some sort of hike. What else, Spirit? Thank you. We have Our Lady of the Star Blossom. This is your spirit baby confirming who you are and how you've risen up and how you are glowing, how they see you. They see you as golden. They're literally seeing you as golden. This is why they're choosing you to be their parent, because of who you are. You're a healer. Even if you're not in that profession of healing people, you are a healer by your presence, by who you are. Very powerful. It's given like a Mother Mary type energy, very connected to the divine feminine, the nurturer. You could be very drawn to wearing like this emerald green colour at present, or maybe wearing it on makeup. This deck, no, this one. So what else do the collective need to hear? We have the moon, and that flew out with bees, community. You guys could be seeing bees everywhere right now. And obviously, again, bees are connected to summer. So summer is very, very significant when it comes to this spirit baby. And also the moon is that illumination and emotion. So this is what you're tapping into. Your emotional body has been illuminated. And there's something about you guys gaining control of your emotions and how you react to other people and how you respond and you react to the world. So I'm getting somebody waking out of bed, and it's like you can choose to either be tired or aggravated if you didn't get enough sleep, or you can choose to wake up and be like, right, let me just get on with it. I'm going to choose to be happy. I feel like this is what you're doing on the day-to-day. It's like very simple truths that you're tapping into and you're implementing in your day-to-day life, and you're seeing how it's working. You're seeing how it's bringing your shine and your glow back. Very powerful growth that you're going through within. And you know you have to do this because you know how close this spirit baby is to coming through, or how close they are to being born. Because again, I feel like some of you guys are already pregnant. What else do the collective need to hear when it comes to this spirit baby? We have Fox, shadow work. There are no shadows without light. Yeah. You've done so much shadow work. And this is the thing. The shadow work is often what people shy away from or what are scared of. Because that's where the demons lie. And not necessarily like demonic entities outside of yourself. But this is where your internal inner demons lie. This is where you have those doors that you mark with an X that have like trauma behind them. You were like, do not enter. You've done all of that. So you're coming out of your winter and you're moving into your spring. And the summer is the baby coming through. You could be seeing foxes everywhere. Again, some of you guys, you could be from the UK because the Cbeebies was coming through. You could be from the UK because now I'm just like picturing the foxes like going through rubbish. They tend to do that in the UK. And they're very bold. They like come out into the cities to go through everybody's rubbish. What else, Spirit? Some of you guys could also live in a woodland area where you get mountain lions and bears. So that's given like the US, Russia, Canada. What else, Spirit? Maybe you're from a climate that has a lot of snow. That predominantly has a winter season. That's what's coming through. What else? Can I get one more card for the collective from this deck? Cap. Speak your truth. Have strength, faith and conviction in your voice. It has never been more needed. You most certainly do. That black cat energy, again, this is connected to the divine feminine, but it's the light divine feminine and then the dark divine feminine, and they're intertwined. You walk in balance, but you're shining like the sun, very connected to your heart and Christ consciousness. And this is what you needed to do before this spirit baby could come through, before they could be born. Because they need you to lead, they need you to shine, because they're going to look up to you. It's like they're looking up to you and they're seeing you as their hero. And they wouldn't have been able to do that if you hadn't have done the work. But then it would have been more impossible for them to come through because you wouldn't have been in alignment. So what you've been doing is been getting into alignment for your blessings. Some of you guys could have a cat. I'm hearing Egyptian cat. So maybe you have a cat that is connected to Egypt. I'm not sure if it's those cats that don't have the skin, because I'm being shown that, but I'm being shown a scene from Friends when Rachel gets she gets the cat that doesn't have the fur. I forget what they call it. Is it a sphinx? I forget what they're called, but she has one of those cats and it turns out to be really vicious and she's like trying to get rid of it. I think in the end she sells it to Gunther, the guy that's in love with her, that is coming through. But that scene is coming through and then she literally starts to become scared of the cat, but that's coming through for someone. So maybe you had a cat that you became terrified of. Maybe it turned against you. Or maybe you just have a cat where it's a bit bipolar and you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know if it's going to be all sweet or innocent. If you're going to go to stroke it, it's going to be like, yeah. Like, that's what's coming through. And maybe that was you in the past, which is why you had to do work on your emotional body to come more into balance. Particularly when it came to your partners. Because I feel like you maybe like reacted and shouted at your partners when you didn't need to. You could just express yourself by speaking. And that probably would have got you further. That probably would have kind of got rid of any miscommunication. Now I'm being shown Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde. So maybe when you're watching this, we're in Mercury retrograde. We have here tsunami wake up call. You gave yourself a wake up call. The moon is coming through again is significant. So it's very significant. Maybe when you conceive or when this child is born, the moon will be full. You could have been born under a full moon. But this is the thing. You illuminate the darkness. Again, it's the shadow work that is coming through. You illuminate the darkness. You illuminated your bloodline. You freed your bloodline. And now this powerful, more ascended soul can come through. I'm going to get an angel number. And then we're going to close out with another poem. So what else? We have 12 choices. Yeah, you're making all of the right choices going forward. Pertaining to your physical health, your mental health, and also your spiritual path, you're making more of the right choices. And there's something about them being rooted in simplicity. Like some of you guys could do candle magic. Some of you guys could make your own healing baths. I'm getting like a spiritual ritual bath where you cleanse yourself. So you could make your own. That's coming through for somebody. And it's like you use what you have in your garden and you use what you have in your cupboards within your house. So again, it's the simplicity. It's taking it back to what your ancestors did. To those old school traditions, because you know that they worked. So can we finish out with another poem? What do the collective need to hear? Thank you. We have... Funfair, funfair, I love rides and winning a prize. Look out for bowling pins. Mummy, daddy, you need fun dates. I've been sending hints your way. Go out, be active and play. Some great news soon to celebrate. That great news soon to celebrate will be this child coming through. But I also do believe that you guys are opening doors to new opportunities in terms, I'm just seeing someone beaming, smiling like a Cheshire cat. So these doors that you are opening is going to lead to more happiness and more joy, and welcoming in opportunities that are connected to your heart and also are connected to your inner child. There's something about you returning to your inner child. And I'm not surprised with all this healing work that you guys have been doing, but there's something now about doors that you are unlocking, that the Most High God is allowing you to unlock, because you now hold that key, that self-mastery, you hold that frequency. But some of you guys could be out and about. I keep getting a woodland, some type of tourist attraction where you live or where you're going to visit. You could be the tourist, or you could be a resident from the area, but it's like a adventure place, a woodland adventure place. It's definitely a tourist attraction. There's people everywhere. There's an owl there. But it's like there's a door that opens there. That's coming through for someone. And maybe you had a realization if you've already been to this woodland place. Anything else, Spirit? No. So that's all the messages coming through. I hope that did resonate with someone out there. If you want a personal Spirit Baby reading, my website is in the description below. But I'll see you in another video.